Hello, I'm Doug, and this is the Taste and Sensibility channel. And today on Popcorn episode number 14, we're looking at 4 microwave popcorns. So a couple of these, we've had the stovetop version on the channel already on the popcorn episodes. So I'll put up cards for those when we hit them. And then we have Whole Foods 365 brand with buttery flavor but reduced salt. So we'll look at that label when we get to it. And then back here is a brand called Tiny But Mighty Heirloom Popcorn, which I just made and poured in this bowl last. But I think I'm going to set the bowl aside so it won't be right in my face. Well, I'm trying to go through these other 3 first. So we'll come back to that a little later. So if you like the videos you've been seeing here, please give this one a thumbs up. Hit that like down below. Leave comments and questions if you have them, and share it with friends. Subscribe to the channel and click that bell to get notified when the new videos come out, usually on Mondays. And early on in this episode, I said I wasn't going to mess with microwave popcorns, but then I found a Black Jewel microwave that had just popcorn and salt and oil. And then I found a 365 Whole Foods that had just simple preparation like that. So I started poking around and found an Orville Redenbacher and a Jolly Time. So I said, okay, I'll go ahead and do that because most of these just have the popcorn, oil, and salt. Well, a couple of them have butter, so we'll see how buttery they are. And I guess we will dive right into it. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 across the front here, and then go back to this back bowl to do that one for it. So I'm going to nose the Jolly Time. Simply Popped Butter is the name of this package. It is a little corny. Popcorny. I don't get the cooked oil at all like I usually do on a stovetop preparation. No, I don't think it gets as hot. Don't think it scorches the way a big hot pan right over a flame on a burner usually gets a cooked oil smell. This one is grainy, corny, sweet things maybe. Maybe sweetness is coming through. So it's not a strong nose, but very clean and appealing. Let me check those ingredients if I ever find them. Non-GMO popcorn, palm oil, clarified butter, sea salt, ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C, and rosemary extract, also as a preservative. So 2 natural preservatives or antioxidants are things to chase growths away, or maybe just oxygen. So, did that nose, and it's pretty plain. Next we'll move to 365 from Whole Foods. Little more oil taste and cooked oil aroma. And corny also. I think there'd be more aromas since I just popped these things and they fill the whole kitchen and then this room for a while with the popcorn aroma. Ingredients here: organic popcorn, organic expeller pressed palm oil, salt, and organic natural flavor, which is almost transparent. But didn't get a whole lot on that nose. Just a tiny hint of corniness and some oil. Now we're going with Orville Redenbacher's Natural Simply Salted. It's this kind. A little bit corny. Just a hint of cooked oil. It's barely there. Corniness and maybe some other flavor. Is this? No, I don't think it's a buttery one. So very plain nose also. And ingredients here. There's a big thing on the side. Whole grain popping corn, palm oil, salt, mixed tocopherols, which is vitamin E, and precursors and parts and spare parts and stuff like that. So very natural, very plain, minimalistic preparations here. So let's go on. Well, let's look. I'm just curious about the types. I'm thinking this is a white for Jolly Time. Thinking this is probably yellow. Well, it's hard to say. Yellow for the 365. And I think it's yellow for the Orville Redenbacher. And probably yellow for this heirloom thing. So, okay, that's my guess. So, Jolly Time on the palate. Nice salty popcorn. A little corny. Pretty good for a white, I'd say. Pretty corny. Good salt level. So a hint of buttery notes. Is this one of them? Oh yeah. Butter, sea salt, popcorn, and oil. And I'm not sure it's coming across as butter, but it's more than just popcorn and salt and oil. Yeah, or it works its way into my mouth and gets onto every taste bud. It is a buttery note. So I like it. Yeah, compares favorably to my stovetop things without the cooked oil or umami flavors that sometimes come along with those, or aromas. There's almost a sweetness to it. So I'm digging the Jolly Time. Simply popped butter. That's good. Nothing but praise there, and it's a good salt level. So I'm going to clean up and secretly wipe my hand off on the back of my shirt because I brought no napkins. Now moving on to 365. Organic, white, buttery flavor popcorn. 58% less fat per serving than our regular microwave popcorn. No diacetyl added. So less oil in the preparation, they're saying. So let's see if I can get into this. So it doesn't add butter, but it adds an organic, natural, buttery flavor. It's corny. It's a popcorn taste. But it doesn't strike me as butter, really. Corny and slightly darker tones. I think it tastes more like a white. That looks pretty white. I didn't really see the kernels, so I don't know what the outside looks like, but just from the holes I'm seeing, I'd say yellow. I'd say it's a yellow popcorn. And it does not have the oilier mouthfeel that I'm used to. For my usual props with 2 tablespoons of oil, this seems distinctly less oily. Nothing much is happening in my fingers. So if you wanted to add a little salt or other seasonings here, you might have to spray it with oil or something, because it might not stick on its own. So I'd say it's a little blander than this guy. And maybe partly due to the oil mouthfeel, lack of oil mouthfeel, and maybe partly due to the popcorn. And I can't say I'm really picking up any enhancement from the natural flavor. So no real flaws other than the reduced oily mouthfeel. It's a very plain popcorn with less calories, less fat. So that's what some people are after, I guess. And all these popped in about 2.5 minutes or so. Maybe a little less. Maybe 2:15. 1100 watt microwave. It's 20 years old. Now, Orville Redenbacher Naturals Simply Salted. So this one does not have butter. I should be doing this left-handed. Well, that's a step above both of these. Is it oily mouthfeel? Is it a taste of the oil? Is it a taste of the corn? I think it's much more yellow, popcorny flavor. Really rich, full of corniness. I think it's a better yellow popcorn than anything else. That's good. Oh, that's the winner out of these three. Let me see if there's details here. Kid safety. White popcorn is a delicious snacking choice. It's never recommended for infants or toddlers. So they're kind of saying it's white. And I'm tasting strong yellow. Notes, so you know the ingredients don't tell you. The vitamin E things may have a taste or an oiliness that helps the mouthfeel. And that would just be a tiny fraction of the oil. Good, 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 good. Delicious. Winner so far. And they're saying it's white. I see a yellow tinge to it. But they say white on the label. So I guess that's what you go by. Now I'm bringing back this odd brand that I haven't seen before. Or odd to me, or new to me. Tiny but Mighty Popcorn. Heirloom, circa 1850. Butter, in big letters. Heirloom popcorn made with real butter, easy to digest, won't get stuck in your teeth. So it's one of those tiny little kernel things that they might advertise as hulless. So let's see how good it is. Again, very little on the nose, but it's a tiny bit popcorny. And the kernels are just tiny. Look at these in the overhead. These look normal or big. And these are just a little apart. These are like one arm or leg off the other ones. So corniness to it, but it's muted, subtle, mild. There might be a touch of butter on the flavor, yeah. I think that's coming through. But it's a mild flavor. I'm still sticking with this as my favorite. This might be second, this might be the third, and then 365 comes in last for sensory characteristics. So these two are okay. They excel in different ways. These kernels are very tender, very crisp and puppy. They just snap. There's an oiliness. There's a butter note, butter flavor. So it's not a standout, but it's not full of flaws either. I get the butter. There's a dairy note there. So I like that. So a very interesting tour of microwave popcorns that are available, at least in my area. None of these were ordered online. I just went to grocery stores and looked for interesting things or things I knew I'd already done stovetop versions of. So we only have a couple more episodes looking at some whites, looking at some yellows, and there will just be head-to-head comparisons. So come back for those last couple episodes, and cheers. Pop till you drop.